Hey, what up, guys? It's Julia Vamps speaking. On today's show, we got Kat, the photographer of 1166.
What's going on?
Oh my goodness,
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness. First of all, if you haven't checked her out, it's cat.the.photographer on Instagram. That's her hashtag handle for right now.
Right,
So
temporary.
you need to follow her. She's very, very good at what she does. And she doesn't post that much, but if you hit her up, I'm pretty sure she can show you her gallery.
Nice, yeah.
Her gallery. It's the gallery for you. All right. So, obviously, you're a resident photographer and videographer for 1166, just on as well as your own business that you're doing right now. How did you get into photography and videography?
Well, interesting story because, it all came out of necessity. So I used to manage these two artists. Shout out to D-Boy, my best friend, and Gnome, who lives out here in Queens.
Like lawn gnome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like
I
that.
was like,
and when you see him, you're like, oh, it's that whole thing. It makes sense. That's why I need a dope moniker.
Yes, you do.
I do.
We'll figure it out today.
So they needed some content. And I was just like, yo, I'm really not trying to pay anybody.
Me too.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. So I was like, yo, let me play around with it a little bit. And honestly, I used to play around with my father's. He had this old ass camera when I was a kid. I used to play around with it, film, and he never bought me the film for it, but I just used to kind of point and just click it.
Right.
Of course, I didn't see the results, but I just used to play around with it. So
just have fun, yeah.
When I got into it, they were like, yo, Kat, I think you should do this. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to make sure that you guys look good out there.
Right.
And just, be the best that you can be. So we have something where we're not charging anybody, or no, someone's not charging us $300 or $500 to do something that I think I can do myself.
Right.
And he was like, well, my best friend was like, exactly. You said you think you can do it yourself. No one just wakes up and says, I can do videography and photography, so let me just do it so I don't have to pay anyone else. Right. You know what I mean? Not everybody does that.
Right. That I agree with that, because that happened with me a couple of years ago, and I was like, I'm not paying nobody. I got my own camera, man. I'll do this myself. And then, being me, and it's not that easy. For some people, it's natural. And some people in today's day world, everybody thinks they're a photographer, but bruh, when we get down to the nitty gritty, it ain't that easy.
Right, that's a fact.
It is not that easy, bruh.
Yeah, so from there, I just kept going.
Yeah.
Just started buying more equipment. Next thing you know, I'm doing it.
Wow.
So here I am.
That's amazing. First of all, you're really good, number one. I
appreciate that.
I wanted to really infuse some photography wording, but I wasn't sure which way to go. So I noticed a lot of your pictures, they're on the how would I say it? They're on the the colors are vibrant, but they're a little dark in a way. How would you say that? But I like it, because honestly, that's my I feel like that's my prestige. When I'm looking at a photo, I like the vibrant, and then the darker colors to really pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm lost with the words.
There is a word for that, and I suck at words.
Yeah, me too.
They're technical words for photography or
right,
not.
Right.
I just do what I do.
Yes, I understand.
Let's call it that. So let's call it the bright faded, or the faded brightness.
I love that. I have the what I always call it Vasco, but it's not. It's what is it? The VSCO.
VSCO.
Yeah. I love the fade feature on that, and I apply it to almost every photo.
I love that.
It gives you a nice little vintage feel almost.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
It's awesome. I love that app too. So so just we were talking about, you are the resident photographer of 1166. First of all, how did that end up happening? It's always a beautiful surprise with 1166.
Really, it is. So shout out to my homeboy Anthony. Canon 2 Media. So
shout out.
So someone hit him up on Instagram and was like, yo, we have this spot, your work is dope, come through, we later found out that he was one half of 1166. His name's Kevin. So he, invited us, or him rather, to come through. And Anthony was like, yo, you're my sister, and we work together, so wherever I go, you go.
Yes,
You know what
I love that.
So yo, come through. Like, I just want to see what this shit is about.
Right.
Let me just, let's see together. Like, fuck it. Like, I don't know what it is about. So we come in, and the vibe is just amazing. Now, at this point, we didn't get to see or meet Sean at all. But he, the vibes were amazing. Right. You know, and then we did finally later on in the day get to meet Sean, and then that amplified the energy. And I was just like, yo, Aunt, like, this energy is awesome. Right. You know, let's chill. Let's just go with it. We were coming from, you know, creating our own production company. And that didn't work out, so we were just like a little bit skeptical, working with any other folks. But we were just like, all right, you know what? Let's just make this happen and see what happens. So here I am, all of a sudden doing this shit. Running 1166. Yeah, doing the thing. Right, exactly. My boy Sean,
he's an amazing guy. So I love that. You know, it's funny. I feel like even when at first I met everybody from 1166 before joining, I was like, yo, their vibes is crazy. And then, like, you know, getting that, yo, come join, I was like, what are you talking about? Come join. I don't know what you mean. Exactly. That's how I felt. But then I was like, let me sign right here. Let me sign on down the line. Let it be. And just come on in 1166. Sure. But it's a beautiful place to work. There's a lot of creatives. Sure. Everybody is amazing. First of all, let's shout out 1166 one more time. 1166. I'm gonna put a little hand claps in there. Beautiful. It's always a beautiful surprise. That's how you could just express it and explain it. Yeah. A beautiful surprise. So, in a world where everybody, which we were talking about a little bit earlier, everybody got a camera. Everybody points and shoots. How are you able to stand out with your work, knowing that it's so accessible to getting a camera now and everybody just clicks?
Well, see, that's the thing. Everybody just
clicks. Yep.
Right? Like, nobody's paying attention to any of the other things. Now, I wasn't classically trained. I don't know if that's the best way to say it.
I like that. It's classically trained, yeah.
I didn't go to school for this. I taught myself all of this stuff. But
those are the people that are always the best at what they do.
I think so, too.
I think the people that teach themselves, there's so much, like, no offense to the people that are classically trained in any of their crafts, but it's more of a... Exactly. Finish school, man.
Right, just do it.
Especially now.
Exactly. Well, I think that with any art, right, we all have an innate, like, way of getting our visions out. Right. You know what I mean? So with my photography, I'm only doing what I feel super comfortable with. If someone doesn't like it, then that's their perspective at the end of the day. But I don't think I have like this special like formula at all. You know,
that's what I was saying. I was like, she got a special formula in here, just mixing and concocting.
Yeah, no, it's just like, yo, I shoot something, and like, again, most of my photos are impromptu. Like, I really don't, plan this stuff. And you can tell which ones were planned, honestly. Right. You know, like, especially the ones in the studio. You're like, okay, someone called me and they wanted to do a birthday, not party, but photo shoot. Right. And yeah, so they called me for that, so I did it. But then there are other photos, that I have that's just like, wait, this is fucking dope.
Right. No, they are.
Those are the ones I didn't think about. Like, those are the ones where I'm like, oh, I'm seizing this moment. Like, for instance, the one that you said that you really liked with Sean with the blue smoke and all of that. We were shooting for a magazine, and for Monsters and Horizons, shout out to them. They did an amazing job.
They've got some sick music, guys. Check that out as well.
Yes. But shout out to them for the last their event at the
Thursday. Dude, I missed it.
It was hot. But so we were shooting for a magazine, Soyo magazine to be exact. And
shout out Soyo, by the way.
Yeah, definitely. And I was looking at Sean for a moment. I was like, yo, you got this dope ass mask on. Yeah. Like, and you have this, you got the vape.
That was a vape?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, yo, can you like stand there or like lay on this block? You know what I mean? Like,
oh, wow.
And just go like this. You know what I mean? Do your thing, because he's amazing at modeling.
Yeah, he is. Very strong model.
But blow the smoke out.
Bruh, wow.
You know, like, because he was doing it anyway for like the magazine shoot, but
Right.
it wasn't coming out in the way that I envisioned. But I was like,
Right.
yo, I want to put this spin on it though.
Right.
You know, and then voila, there it goes. And that was
Damn.
like me taking that moment and saying, oh, like I need this shot.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel me?
That's all. I didn't know that was I thought it was like the fog machine.
Nah,
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was
definitely not.
Damn, that's really
what
good.
Makes it even more hot, right?
Yeah, because I was
yeah.
like, yo, they used a fog machine. They was really getting busy in there, huh?
Yeah, no, definitely not. But yeah, again, look, I think that in a world of point and shoots, you can tell who's just pointing and shooting.
Me.
You feel me? But I think it's a feeling. Like most artists would say, right? It's a feeling. Like it's just something
you're connected with on the inside.
I do.
Yeah, I definitely love that. So I was gonna say, what's the difference with you versus your style versus everybody's style? But I think you've already explained that and kind of crunched that in to a good full answer. So we're gonna move along. It's me. It's me, Mario. Sorry. You just definitely made me think about that. So I feel like you definitely tackle different subject matters that are not very mainstream and not very popular. What's a typical subject you like to base your work on? Wow,
that's interesting. I think I'm getting into that now because I thought about tackling homelessness. That was earlier last year, you know, and like I couldn't. I was going through like a shitload of other, life shit that just kind of threw me out of focus. But I didn't get to it. Subject. Yeah, I didn't get to it. But like, it's just, I think it's something that needs to be talked about in New York City.
Yes,
you know, like
it is crazy.
You walk around Times Square, you already see like 4 or 5 people laying on the ground asking for like food or money. Like every block, though. That's the craziest part. Right, and then you have tourists kind of like feeling conflicted. You can see it in their eyes, like,
what's going on
here? I'm on vacation here, and this person doesn't even know what vacation is.
Right.
At this point, you know, and I'm walking past them right now.
Right.
What do I do?
You just reminded me too. Back a couple years ago, I forgot what happened, but I want to say 2013 when I was in Union Square. I'd never seen so many homeless people lying across the wall before. I was like, damn. Right. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, damn. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Yeah. Like, so many. And I like that. I feel like nobody really does talk about it. Nobody wants to make it a subject of conversation or visualization, because everybody wants to take pictures of vacation and act like they're what's an influencer? I don't get that term on Instagram. That's a
scary word for me nowadays.
What's an influencer? That's what I was saying. What are you? You're influencing this idea that this is life, when nobody wants to really talk about what real life actually looks like. Looking at your phone at like awesome photos of somebody else on vacation living their life is not your life. Exactly. Let's talk about what's really going on. And homelessness for New York City is a really, really important subject that they're not tackling. I mean, Cuomo, what are you doing? Except for trying to legalize. I mean, this is not a bad thing, but you're competing with, what's her name, Cynthia from Sex in the City. Cynthia Nixon, there we go. Because she's running for governor. Gotcha. He's so busy like trying to compete with her and trying to be the fastest one to legalize weed and all these different things, which is not a bad thing. But no one's talking about homelessness in New York City. No one's talking about why the hell is the MTA raising their prices again?
Or how difficult it's become to live in
Here.
New York City.
Yeah. All the gentrification, I mean.
You know?
All the gentrification.
All that.
All y'all from Texas, California. Utah. Yep, Colorado. For some y'all living out here.
Yeah, but hey, you know, it is what it is. They can do it, but...
Right.
Here we are.
Gentrification would be a good topic too.
That would be. I should go around like taking photos of some buildings that are just popping up in my neighborhood in Crown Heights.
You know, like, I heard, man. This would never be happening.
There's one right down the block from the studio. You're just like, I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, like, and I didn't imagine this being here.
Wow. But what's disheartening is, instead of fixing the problem in New York City for people that currently live here that can't afford to live here and their rent keeps going up. Right. You guys are building bigger buildings,
right,
raising the rent prices, and where are these people going to go eventually? Because what's going to happen is some developer, it's no shade. I mean, if I had the money to, I mean, if you're thinking capitalistic mindset, you buy that building that's dirt cheap that nobody can afford, displace these people. I mean, maybe not that I'm saying it out loud, but displace these people that can't afford to live and put them in a position where they potentially become homeless.
Exactly. So, you know where they're going? The Black Mecca.
Right. Atlanta. I was about to say, a lot of my family just moved down to Atlanta, so they're like, but I heard it's getting expensive down there too.
Depends on where you are. It's a huge state.
Yeah, it is. You know? But you don't want to be in a country. Then it gets a little iffy.
Yeah, but the outskirts are just as cool.
The outskirts are very nice. You're right about that. Sorry, we could go into a whole
I know, right?
We're talking about Atlanta. Trust me, I was talking about it the other day too. About it's you get more bang for your buck and you save a lot more money. But we'll talk about that probably off. Yes. So, what's your weapon of choice?
Cannons.
Ooh, okay.
You know, honestly, I mean, cannons, I would say for now.
I was gonna say, and why?
Well, let's start with that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they have a lot to offer, and I know that video-wise, like 4K Ultra happening and everything, they don't. But you said as a photographer. You know what I mean? So as a photographer, I feel like they have a lot to offer, especially, I wouldn't say so much so their lens.
Ooh, excuse me.
But I would say more so their camera bodies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nice. But I want to get into Sony's. If I could get a Sony mirrorless, camera, I feel like that'll change the direction that my photography is currently going in.
Describe for the dummies like me. What is mirrorless?
So it's so the camera has this little you know that sound that you hear, that clicking sound. It's an actual mirror, just kind of like clicking into into the camera. So the Sony cameras don't have that.
Oh, so it saves like the annoying. Yeah, I see. Oh.
I mean, it's not even about that. It's supposed to give they worked it where it's like a sharper image. You know what I mean? Like it's less mechanics. Less things to be damaged, because you can imagine once that lens
it's over.
There. Right, it's over, and now you got to take your Canon to like the Canon shop or wherever, B&H, whoever, right?
B&H.
And then, you know what I mean, like, or, whatever to get it fixed, and now you're like, oh, damn, all these moving parts.
Right. You know what's funny too? My first camera was a Sony A1 series, I think it was. But then I was like, no, I want a Canon because everybody else got a Canon. Yeah, and then I went and got like a T3i. Yes, that was my second camera, T3i. And then, the rest is history.
That's my first camera.
Is it really T3i?
Yeah, definitely.
T3i was bomb. I loved it. It was cool.
That series, the Rebel series, is amazing.
Yeah, they really stepped it up. It was awesome. Not too bad, not too shabby. But I can't afford the big boy toys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Those
I know. Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, I know you got it. You good.
Yeah,
you got this. I don't know if you ever heard of Borrow Lens as well.
No, I don't.
You should look into that.
Okay, I will.
So certain people out there that's listening, that's into photography and videography, Borrow Lens. Sorry, Borrow Lens is definitely something you should check out. Oh, and then, who's a creative that inspires you?
Wow, I think I don't have one person.
Ooh.
No, I say that to say that I pull my energy from all the creatives around me.
I believe that, because you have very nice energy.
Thank you.
It's very important. I believe that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So it's like, it could be Monk. You know what I mean? Like, it could be.
I like that photo you did with him, by the way. When he had the fedora.
Oh, yeah.
That was smooth. I actually used that during our interview. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. No, it's all good. It's cool. It's cool. It's his photo. Like, I shot it because, it's his. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's crazy because I'm still holding some more of his photos hostage. Monk, I'll get it to you later.
Ooh.
But I mean, not holding it hostage. I'm playing around with them.
Yes.
But and that's with a lot of my photos. Even I've got a couple of Black Zen as well.
Right.
But yeah, even the Zen Meister. Even from him. Like, he's super like all over the place and creative.
He's what you were saying earlier. Jack of all trades.
Exactly.
Jack of all trades.
And I feel like some of us are. I'm not going to say all of us are, but some of us are.
Yeah,
I know I'm one.
You definitely are.
Thanks. And right,
Air five.
Unite.
Wait, hold on. I'm like knocking the mic over.
Oh shit,
guys!
Right.
Ignore that sound.
But yeah, no, everyone around me, like anyone and I feel like everyone's creative in their own way. But I guess I'm talking specifically about the folks that tap into it.
I like that you say that.
Yeah.
I like that. It's very specific there.
Yeah,
definitely really good.
Yeah, so I don't have just one. Now, if you ask me who's my like all-time like favorite person in the world,
go ahead.
That would be Jay-Z. He's very
really?
inspirational to me. Yeah.
And he's from Brooklyn as well.
Definitely
so
from Brooklyn.
Shout out
but
Jay-Z.
that's not necessarily why. It's just
right.
And also, you know, it's also not because of the way he grew up, you know, and how he was able to come out of like what he was. But it's really more so the fact that he's resilient.
He is.
You know, like, and not a lot of people know like how much of how easy it is to really communicate with him. And how much, you know, of a little bit of a nerd.
He is. No, you're right.
You know, like...
I'm thinking about it. I was like, you got a point.
Yeah.
Right.
He is. And, you know, despite of everything that he's talked about in his music, you know, there's a side of him that's just, like, very inquisitive. And that's really focused.
I like who Jay-Z has become today.
Right.
I feel like it's mature. What he's learned, I feel like he's trying to not just infuse into his music, but infuse into the world. Exactly. Like some people, and I hate the fact that some people are missing the point.
Big time.
And it's just flying.
I'm sure he's like laughing.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know what too? Those people, unfortunately, if you can't get it, then the rest of us that do, we will take the extra knowledge that you're
exactly.
not.
I'm not just
I'll take that energy.
Buying the album. I'm like listening to what he's got to
exactly.
say. You know, and applying it to my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that he's an inspiration to me in so many like more ways than one.
Right.
You know, beyond music. You know, I've watched all of the choices that he's made so far. He's not all of his choices are W's. You know what I'm saying? Like he's taken some L's. That's Parkway Center. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, whatever. But but even in that, there's a lesson. No matter how huge you become, there's always an L waiting for you.
But you know what, too? And I like that you say that, but his L's are not as bad as they were if it was Jay-Z 15 years ago.
Right.
Because he's amassed such, I think, not just creative, but amassed so much knowledge to maneuver even the L's that he has taken. It's almost like it's not an L. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like, hey, I took an L here, but it's not that bad. But we're going to keep moving.
But
like,
doesn't that speak volumes to you already? Like,
yes.
That's how we should be looking at ourselves. Like, okay, yes is an L, but that should tell you to be like, you know what? Let me go this direction.
Yes.
If this didn't work, then that will work.
Yes, I like that.
You know what I mean? Like, so.
It's an awesome thing.
That's my guy.
Jay-Z. And then, obviously, I don't know if this kind of answers the question. Who's a creative that you could see yourself working with? Sans Jay-Z, because we already know why.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Wow.
Who's somebody else you want to work with?
So there's this video director, and I do not remember his last name. And I can't, right now I can't, I don't know why. But I recently discovered him. He's the gentleman that did All of the Stars. Music video.
Yeah, that's a good video.
Yeah.
But was that Director X?
No. Definitely not.
Because I'm trying to remember the beginning of the video. Because didn't he put his name up at the beginning of the video?
Yeah, and maybe I should look at it.
Look it up real quick.
Because it's just, you know.
Driving.
Exactly. Director.
Don't worry, I'm going to cut this part out.
Because it's like...
Quentin Tarantino. I'm joking.
Yeah, no.
I like the way he shoots his movies. What is this, 70 or 35 millimeter?
35, I believe.
I love that. And it's just so good. Even when I was watching I didn't watch all of it, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
it looks
he's
like
amazing. He's amazing at what he does. You know what I mean? Like,
he's so offensive, and people don't get it that it's not offensive. It's just he's talking about today.
Yeah, for sure.
Every one of his subject matters is. I'm gonna. He's probably got at least like 3 movies in my top 10 from him. Yeah, I love Django Unchained. 8. What was it? 8. The 8. The Ugly 8 or the Hateful 8. I think it was. I love that. That movie was amazing. Samuel L. Jackson was in it. Channing Tatum and what's that chick's name? She did such a great job. Oh man.
So I can't find it.
Nah, it's all good. But
So-
we'll just cut it.
Yeah. So the director of the All Is the Stars video. If you go and search for his name, because I suck at names, you'll see his work is really, really amazing. He really pushes the limit. And he's also a photographer. You know, so it's like videographer, photographer.
Yeah.
So
That's amazing.
I'm going to study him and, you know, see what he's all about fully. And, you know,
Shout out to him. We'll get him on the show and get you connected.
that'll be hot.
Get you connected. All right. So this is my favorite part of the show. 5 fast facts about Kat.
I don't know if I have 5, but let me give you a couple that off the top of my head. So I'm really a nerd.
Nerd, boom.
You know what I mean? Everyone
That's
knows.
not a bad thing.
Well, I know, but like it's a fun fact because like people don't really. Or maybe I should say I'm really silly.
Silly. Okay.
You know
I
what
like
I mean?
it.
I love
You
to-
are.
Yeah. I'm like
Your
a
show
little-
just like that was a gentle breaking.
right. My entire family's from Panama.
Oh really?
Yeah, so
oh,
I
that's
speak,
awesome.
Yeah, Spanish
Fluently.
fluently.
Oh gosh, I can't speak Spanish, so I need your help out.
Cool.
I'm on Duolingo.
I used to race cars, street racing.
That's a fun fact about you because I did not expect that at
I
all.
know.
I did
I know.
not expect that
Shout
at
out to
all.
my homeboy D-boy.
D-boy, shout out.
Let's see. I'm really into neo soul.
Okay.
Love that.
I could see that though because you're very intellectual and you're very deep in thought.
Yeah.
And you wear Warby Parker.
Facts. Shout out to Warby Parker. Send them
Shout out.
friends.
Right? But can y'all give me the lenses that don't scratch because I'm getting tired of mine.
Tired of that, yeah.
I'm getting tired of them
I
scratching.
gotta use y'all cloth only.
Right.
I see y'all, peep y'all.
Oh, that's why. I realized because I be using microfiber ones because it cleans better.
Right.
But yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
Use the one that comes in a packet.
yeah.
Let me see. And I mean, I guess to add on to the car thing, I know how to work on cars and such.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's actually very fun because I know nothing about cars other than how to change a flat tire.
Yeah, no.
Other than that,
Again,
Yeah.
shout out to D-Boy. He taught me a couple things. And my dad.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Kat, thank you so much for joining us today. This was probably one of the most comfortable, good conversations that I almost got carried away with. Had to wrangle it back in. I appreciate it. Guys, I'm Julie Van Speaker, and this is Kat the Photographer. Check out our work.
yeah.
Don't forget that's Kat with a K .the photographer on Instagram and everywhere else.
Yeah.
Everywhere else. All right. Thank you so much.
Peace.